This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
What a view from the air of downtown Los Angeles. Here on the ground, our site of tonight's broadcast. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Miami Heat. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And during the last 5 games, he's been a force on the boards, really throwing his body at rebounds and trying to grab as many as he can. And that kind of effort has been noticed by his coaches and teammates.
And with tip-off coming right up. We've got just enough time to hear from the sideline. Allie, what do you got for us?
Thank you, Brian. Jimmy Butler has a single-minded focus. He said, I don't need an MVP. I don't care about anybody's opinion. No trophy means anything except for the Larry O'Brien. I want to be a champion. I mean that. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win.
I don't doubt him, Allie. Thanks very much. And Clark, the speed and athleticism from these teams, that's something that'll shape this game.
Yeah, open court play, BA, and the ability to get easy buckets in transition will be on full display in this one. Help defense will have their hands full, especially because these guys have players that are so hard to contain one-on-one.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. Inside, it's Adebayo with Tucker playing the 4. Butler out there with Kyle Lowry. And it's James in at small forward. And for Los Angeles, we've got Trevor Ariza. He's out there with Buddy Hield. Kobe Bryant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's James in at the point guard position. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bryant. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You take a look at the Heat. They've fallen down to the 3rd spot and are hoping to turn things back around.
Checking out the Lakers, they've been giving their all in every game, eager to show those who doubted them that they're capable of being the top team.
And the Lakers have possession, following the bucket by the Heat. Outside heel, lets it fly. The shot's good on the assist by James. And so here is Miami. Lowry outside. Pass to James. This one for 3. Kobe grabs a miss. And it's a Lakers ball from deep. The rebound by Lowry. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Now here's Butler. Now James. Check by James. James can't get that one to fall.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up.
Oh, hey, how about
Big
that?
time right there. Big time.
Woo. More than just a score. Hield moves the ball well, especially when his guys are open.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Outside Butler. Pass to James. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. James has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Hield against Lowry. James outside. Back to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Tipped. Here's James. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Bam Adebayo.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Good on both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Outside Butler. Pass to James. Counted from distance. James has got 7 points in the game.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
And you know, this could be the season that LeBron passes Karl Malone for second all-time in career scoring. And dare we think this? After a year or two, perhaps even passing Kareem, that's almost sacrilege. But it could happen if LeBron stays healthy.
Now, here is James. Lowry, good.
Well, Lowry can just pepper you with shots from the arc. He's got a talent for finding and making those looks.
James against James. Pass to Bryant. Here's Ariza. James outside. And stolen by Adebayo. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Clark, LeBron already the all-time playoff scoring leader and second all-time in final scoring with Jerry West.
Well, it all makes sense, B.A. You add it up. His brilliance, his longevity, his consistency. I mean, he's made the finals just about every year, too. That doesn't hurt when you're talking about playoff stats. It is absolutely incredible what he's been able to do.
Here's Lowry. Following the score by the Lakers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there it is for him.
This has to energize Lowry, a true competitor who embraces the challenge of scoring on tough coverage.
Kyle Lowry.
That free throw good from Lowry.
And Kyle Lowry had a ton of suitors in free agency, and many teams felt he could be the player to put them over the top. But ultimately, he chose the Heat because they had recently gone to the finals. And I'll tell you what, it seems like a great fit overall.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him. Yeah, and you know, as LeBron continues his illustrious, remarkable career, the question seems unavoidable. It's inevitable. Him or MJ for greatest of all time. For me, it's a matter of what flavor you like. You can't go wrong with either one. Personally, I know Jordan's got the rings. LeBron's got the career number. But I like the fact LeBron is 6'8", 250 plus, and Jordan was only 6'6", 215. I'm going with the bigger guy.
Now here's Bryant. He played a great game against Charlotte.
And you see that in building their lead, they've done an impressive job on the defensive glass.
Yeah, you're right. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
That shot missing. And Miami will go the other way with it. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
Yeah, they made a lot of plays, and they were in it until the end. Just couldn't do enough to get the win.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it, so you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
And there's Butler. That one's good on the assist from Lowry. You know, Clark, it seems LeBron has cemented his top 2 spot, but many will say he'll never pass Jordan. What do you think?
Well, B, I tell you what, I don't have a problem with those folks who say that MJ is the greatest. I can see why people feel that way. And I'm leaning that way, but I love what LeBron has done longevity-wise. Titles are not the only measure for greatness in a team sport. So LeBron would get my nod just by an edge, a whisker, if I had to pick one or the other.
And the Lakers with possession here, following the bucket by the Heat. Here's Lowry. Ooh, Howard with a block.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Howard. Return to sender is what he stamped that one with.
James against James. Outside Monk to halt the run. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Now here's Butler. 15 in his last outing. Offensive rebound. Out to Lowry. Down low. Outside Butler. Here's the three. And the Heat. Another three.
Oh, it's just raining threes for them early.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
James against James. James attacking. Hey, it's James slamming it down.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
Pass to James. The three. And they'll get another chance. Outside Butler.
Lakers foul.
Launches a three. Offensive board. James with the block. Anthony outside. Fires it. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Now just a three-point Miami lead. Time called here. The Heat decide to talk it over. And every year, Grant, the officials seem to emphasize a different rule. You think it takes long for players to adjust?
You know, B.A., it depends on the rule and how strict they will follow it. Things like the rip-through, hand-checking, those type of rules, they take some time to adjust.
A different look for Miami. Dedmon's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Robinson comes in for Tucker. And it's Hero in for Lowry. Now, here is James. He had a 30-point outing in their last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And he really made them pay for every foul. Spent much of his time draining shots from the free throw line.
Shot clock at 2. And here's Butler outside. Rebound, the Lakers. This, their first chance to take a look at the Heat this season.
They didn't give up a single victory to this team last regular season, which went according to script.
Right you are. I mean, winning the games they were supposed to win. No doubt they'll look to continue that tonight.
For three, McCollum. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got his 5th assist in this one. Hero, the pass to James. Hero outside. And again, the Heat missing.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's McCollum. In his last outing, 16 points for him. That gives them the lead. James has got 9 points. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And there's James from the arc. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
That's tipped. It's stolen by James. Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
James against James. And it's in there.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
The Heat with the lead. Hero outside. This James on the wing. He's got 17. The Lakers with a rebound. Howard's got 4 rebounds in the game. James against James. Pass to Anthony. Back to James. 6 to shoot with the drive for 3. Anthony misses.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Hero for 3. James with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 7 from three-point range here in the first. McCollum outside. James against Robinson. James outside. And it's good for 2. 13 points in the game.
Look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
Tie game in Los Angeles. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And after not always meshing with his previous teams, Jimmy Butler sure seems happy to be on the Miami Heat.
I'm so fortunate to be able to work with and for an organization like this one. And then, man, I got some incredible teammates, like for real. Some really good ones that love coming in to work every day and busting their tail, knowing that good things are gonna come from it.
Well, I tell you, Grant, Butler's some changes now for the Lakers. Ariza's checked in for Anthony. Hield comes in for Monk. And James is subbed in for McCollum. A big group substitution here for Miami. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Dedmon. Tucker comes in for James. Butler's checked in for Oladipo. And it's Lowry in for Hero.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
They've got Buddy Hield, Trevor Ariza out there with Dwight Howard. Then there's Kobe Bryant, and it's James in at the 1. That's the Laker 5.
And they're +5 on the board after that rebound.
Los Angeles has gone just 1 of 6 from distance during the second quarter.
8-time All-Star. Howard made the NBA All-First Team 5 straight years. One of the greatest centers this game has ever seen when you look at his record.
Oh, nice shot by Bryant. Bryant's got 15.
You know, with Bryant's height and quickness, he can score very effectively down close to the rim. Very skilled inside.
And now entering his late 30s, Howard has embraced a new role.
You know what? He's done a nice job, B.A., of adjusting to what his body allows him to do now. Mentally, he's more comfortable and seems to be at peace. And he doesn't have to be the focal point anymore. He's fine being a spoke in the wheel.
Pass to Robinson. James against Lowry. And here's Butler outside. Rebound, the Lakers. James has got 4 rebounds now. Heat shooting just around 34% in this game so far. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. When speaking about LeBron James, Commissioner Adam Silver said he's certainly one of the league's hardest workers, which has as much to do with the success of his career as anything else. Also, off the court, it's incredible what he's done. He is a marvel in so many ways, but it all comes back to his focus and his dedication.
Thanks, Allie. Hield from outside. No good that time. And Miami will go the other way with it. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Back to Lowry. Over James. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Oh, and the jam by James.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. Well, a surprising stat, Clark. The last 2 seasons, for the first time in league history, guards scored more points in the paint than centers or forwards.
How amazing is that, B.A.? What a transformation we've seen in the game at all levels, but particularly the NBA. Things have been inverted. It used to be you threw the ball inside to get high percentage shots. Now this is primarily a drive and kick league. Drive for the rim or shoot threes.
James is checked in for Miami.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Now Butler. He's got 5. Over James. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Back to James. Pass to Butler. Launches it. He's got it. 3 for 7 now.
When Butler is this focused and locked in from range, he's deadly. The defense can't allow him those looks.
And here's Bryant outside. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
At the line for Los Angeles.
That's on Jimmy Butler.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
And he can't hit the second.
And Bryant is the total platinum level package. A lethal shooter, an exceptional defender, a flat-out assassin on offense, and most importantly, this guy's a leader too.
Butler, good.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Bryant outside from the wing. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Bryant's got 18 points in the game.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. For 3, James. Howard grabs the miss. Howard's got 9 rebounds now.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Now, here is James. Up in time. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Los Angeles, up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks a lot. I'm with Frank Vogel. And, Coach, what's going to be critical in the second half to get this win?
Just be us, okay? We got to go on the three-point line, keep them off the free throw line, make them make contested twos. We got to move the basketball offensively.
Your expectations are always high defensively. Thank you, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They were in a rough spot, down 7 at one point, but kept it from getting worse than that. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. What you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
Man, this was a brawl inside. Shaq, I know you like this. But then guys were sacrificing their bodies, making plays through contests, just wearing the hard hat. That's how this game's gotten out of hand so far.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
They really need to focus on finding quality shots. If they can't create for themselves in the second half, things will only get worse. And I'm talking about the high percentage looks, not contested threes.
Big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And the Heat shooting only 35% so far. And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Inside, it's Adebayo with Tucker playing the 4. Kyle Lowry out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's James in at the small forward position. Butler finds Lowry. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Butler. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. And Lowry with the bucket on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
James passes to Hield. The rebound by Lowry. James, a good look. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. James has got 19 points.
This game, another feather in LeBron's cap, and by now he's got a lot of feathers in a lot of caps. What a night.
Outside Hield from downtown. Rebound by the Heat. Tucker's got his 4th rebound in this one. James outside. Pass to Butler. Lowry outside. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Lowry's got 6 here in the quarter.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
James against James. James with the block.
Great anticipation that time from LeBron. He sees the shot forming and gets there to swat it down.
Adebayo finds James. And the Heat, another 3.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
James against James. Pass to Bryant. And here's Jordan. James, right side.
Oh, man, what happened at halftime? Since then, they're 0 for 4.
Inside. Finished off the break.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Heat. They currently hold the 4th best record in the conference.
Well, I think for Miami, they've stayed within arm's length of the conference leaders. That in itself is an accomplishment at this point in the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Basket's good. James has got 21 points in the game.
And there's really no such thing as a safe lead. I mean, this is still anyone's game.
No, it certainly isn't. I mean, if they string together a few more baskets and get a couple of stops, I mean, this game will be tight again just like that. So stay tuned.
And James throws it down.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive.
What you say? Oh, my goodness. Come on now. Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling it on the road.
Kobe Bryant.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the 3rd. Here's Lowry. And Miami again with the bucket.
And they've come out of halftime really on a roll.
For Los Angeles, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Well, it's hard to talk about Lowry without mentioning his fantastic defense.
Quick and physical with ball handlers. Tough to back down in the post and just brings the effort on every play. And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
James with the rebound. James has got 5 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Ariza, good. And now it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
And, you know, the energy Ariza possesses, impressive, fabulous at converting despite getting bodied up.
And it's James with the jam.
Superb timing by Lebron on that alley-oop.
The Lakers have gone 4 of 8 in the third. James against James. James passes to Bryant. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got assist number 7 tonight. Lowry outside. Pass to Butler. Here's Tucker. Back to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Bryant, and it's good. Off the back rim and in. Butler's got 13.
6'8", strong, athletic. Butler's hard to stop, even when you get a hand up.
And James puts up a deep 3. And they recover it. Jordan, the pass to James. It's stolen by James. Lets a floater go. Butler's shot is good. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
I like what I saw on both ends that time. Hustling on defense to create some offense.
James passes to Jordan. Here's Ariza. James outside. And here's Bryant outside. Sinks the tray. Bryant's got 23 points.
When he catches the hot hand, good luck trying to slow him down. Plays so under control, can spot up, drive, create for himself. A matchup nightmare.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And the Lakers will go for a different look here. Howard's checked in for Jordan. Anthony comes in for Ariza. Monk, he's checked in for Hield. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Bryant. James with the ball. He's got 25. Pass to Monk from deep. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got assist number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's James. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. 28 points for him.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
Back to James. Pass to McCollum. Fires from deep. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Lowry. Again, the Heat score.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
James against James. Outside Monk. Anthony outside. Back to Monk. Charity stripe shot. Oh, great D that time from Adebayo. Here's Butler, and down it goes. 2 points. Butler's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, if you want to stop Jimmy Butler, you got to bring all-out effort. I mean, this guy loves to compete.
McCollum outside. Here's James. And Dwight Howard picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So Miami going with an almost entire new group here. Dedmon's checked in for Adebayo. Robinson comes in for Tucker. Oladipo's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Hero in for Lowry. Drew the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line.
Hey, you want to try to guard LeBron, good luck. I mean, the King is impossible to stop. Fast, strong, smart, tough, creative, draws lots of fouls.
Good on the second one.
And, you know, this guy simply does not age. LeBron remains a dominant force in this league despite being in the league since 2003.
And he nails the third. Here's James. 25 points in the game. Pass to Anthony. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
And Anthony drops them both. Miami trailing. And here's Hero. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. Here's Oladipo, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Oladipo's gotten his second bucket of the game. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Now McCollum, he's got 10. Now here is James. Takes it inside, and he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And he just powered through contact trying to complete the play.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Oladipo, rebound, the Lakers. Howard's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
The former #2 overall pick in 2013, Oladipo gives you production